Vincent, yes, good afternoon. Gosh, the time has flown.
Hi, Michael. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
That's good. A few things to report since we last spoke. So it's been a bit of a wild ride, but I just wanted to sort of. The short of it is I've been kicked out of the speed metal choir.
Oh, I see, yes.
It happened last week. It was very embarrassing. Dr. Gould was there and he asked me to leave and not come back.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. I'm not sure whether it was because of the song I'd written, whether that wasn't up to standard. Right. I mean, a lot of the goths there seemed to like it. They seemed to like the sentiment of it. But reflecting back, I do think it was actually something else that instigated me being kicked out. Mm-hmm. Because it's very intense. It's speed metal, death metal, a lot of heavy kind of. It's just a heavy scene.
Yeah. With all the like earrings and metal jewellery, that tends to weigh you down as well, doesn't it? I know. I totally understand. Yes.
It adds up. And no, but what happened was, I mean, I'm living out of home. I'm living, Inheritance Guy has let me live in his penthouse because he has lots of these penthouses everywhere. I mean, the thing I have to say is Inheritance Guy has this habit of leaving his own clothes in all his properties. Yeah. And I just remember on that day I was in a fluster because I've taken to wearing shackets.
Yes.
Do you know what a shacket is?
A shacket. It sounds like a portmanteau.
Yes.
Which is anyway, go on.
Well, it's like a shirt, but it's a jacket.
Right.
And I thought under that I should wear a T-shirt.
It's interesting you should say because I've always in my circle we always call them jerts.
Oh yes. No, we call them shackets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, jerts. Yeah, no, we don't call them jerts. I think you will call them jerts if they were more inclined to being jackets, whereas this was more of a shirt.
Oh, these are shirty jackets as opposed to jackety shirts. Yes. I see. No, that makes sense.
Yes. So anyhow, I was in a fluster. I had run out of T-shirts of my own T-shirts, and I saw a pile of T-shirts. I just grabbed the first one and put it on because I felt like I needed a contrasting colour under my shacket.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I wore to the session, and it was quite it was hot. Like I think the air conditioning wasn't working, and we were deep in songwriting mode. Dr. Gould's like really taking this off into different places, and we'd just come out of a screaming session where we'd scream. Who could scream the longest? Like at the end of the verse, you do the scream.
Yeah.
So it was very intense, and I took off my shacket, and if you had you could have heard a pin drop.
Really?
People were shocked.
In amongst all that screaming, goodness.
You could, and I don't know, and I think it was at that point Dr. Gould took me aside and said, "Look, I think it's better if you don't come back, if you leave." He doesn't he said not to do any more sessions with him, that I would take, that you would take on his load with me. And when I got home that night, I sort of was getting undressed, and I realised the T-shirt, the Inheritance Guy T-shirt, it was a Taylor Swift Eras concert T-shirt.
Concert T-shirt. Oh goodness.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that was.
Yeah, and she doesn't do things by half, so that would have had like a big Taylor Swift, something.
A reaction, they really reacted to that. Yeah. It was like I could have been. Yeah. So that's unfortunate.
Yeah, and especially if she's smiling. I don't know if you know this about Taylor, because I know her quite well, just from my time in LA. She's got amazing teeth, and she's in fact. When the conversation turns to things like, sort of self-actualization, sort of believing in yourself, what are you most proud of? Taylor has always said, my teeth. And so, when smiling, and especially in a metal genre like you're operating on, I mean, look, some of those folks aren't known for their dental hygiene, so there could be a bit of, I understand.
Yeah. I think they really were taken aback. So, look, it's the end of that era, and it was, and it was the era to a T-shirt that ended that era. Oh, yeah. And I'm okay. I got a lot out of it, including a very raspy throat, which I'm just coming off. But that's what's happened in the last week. Yeah.
Yes, well, and obviously here I am to pick up the pieces. Yes.
Yes, as you. So look, I'm so pleased that you're graduating, yes. And I'm so pleased that hasn't resulted in a price increase, which is fantastic. And I have been looking at the app, and I am looking at sort of upping my future credits in some way. I was just wondering if the sessions from Dr. Gould could be added to your sessions as future credits.
Yeah, look, I think it's best that we don't go there, given where you've ended up with that, and I'm going to have to work extra hard to kind of deal with the fallout. So I think that would just be it would be unethical on my part, really. To do that, so I'm afraid the answer is no on that. Yeah. But there is something in terms of, look, the feelings you experienced. You would have experienced. I imagine, I'm not going to put words in your mouth, but I'll say it anyway. Like helplessness, dejection, rejection, for example. Ejection. Well, you're ejected, obviously, so there's ejection. All ejections, basically. We just summarise there, and then of course, then there's sort of worthlessness. And I don't want to bring you down with this stuff, but I imagine that's all.
No, all those things. Yes. I did feel those. But those feelings quickly washed over me.
Well, the thing that I've learned in my studies is we tend to sublimate, even subjugate these very raw emotions, which manifest themselves as thoughts, and then you end up, and especially given your other forms of rejection you've experienced recently, like with your partner, and not getting the promotion for failing, and by the way, did I mention you didn't make it into the mental Olympics? Yeah, Michael told me. Yeah, so things like that would obviously weigh down on you, and
yes, they do.
But there is an opportunity there with the mental Olympics, actually, which is they're looking for a theme, a musical theme because they'll have the parade,
Could I apply and put my song up?
I was thinking, maybe we could even work together and make that part of your therapy journey, but because we've touched on music. But look, the thing, and our time is almost up, and I trust there's been no harm or self-harm as a result of all this negativity that's around you.
Yes, there's been no harm, self-harm. I think, look, I can bounce back.
Yes,
and I think that's one thing I've learned about myself, that I do bounce back, and every day is a new day. And
yes.
I'm trying to think of some other sort of platitudes that I could kind of put in there.
That's right. Applying those soothing words to yourself. But there is, and just before our time is up, there is something that I didn't want to leave you in the dumps, as they say, or feeling a little bit low. But there's a technique which I found quite useful actually, and as you know, I'm practicing mindfulness regularly, and the thing with mindfulness, it works for some people, it doesn't work for others, and it's all about how to observe your thoughts, which originate from these emotions and things like that, and how to deal with them and apply them to oneself, and it's very hit and miss because it works for some people, it doesn't for others, but there is an alternative. That is in the similar sort of milieu, so to say, that has universal success. So it's just one of those things that when it came out of the woodwork, it's still in trial phases for severely depressed, but at your level, I think it should be worthwhile. I'll just quickly run through it, and we can maybe try it. But you could try a few things because it's very simple. So instead of mindfulness, which you may or may not have tried, you could try practicing mindlessness. And so to get away from this idea of having to examine your thoughts and understand, this one is just to have no thoughts at all.
Oh, yes. Well, I think I'm naturally inclined to that position. Yes. Look. Maybe the next session we can go through some of the sort of techniques. Yes.
But as a concept, maybe if you don't think about it, that would be a good start.
Mm-hmm. It's sort of like it's sort of an elevated thoughtlessness.
Well, yes. But even even the process of describing it is a little bit counterproductive. But you have to overcome that. You have to, jump that hurdle, so to speak.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. All right. I like that idea. I think that might be a good way to kind of overcome any of these sort of setbacks.
Well, that's right. Look, the only thing I can say just to finish off is just be careful with all the bouncing, because sometimes the euphoria. We've had situations where you've fallen down the stairs and things like that.
Yes.
You don't want to accidentally bounce in that direction and tumble. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if I'm bouncing back, I should wear sensible shoes.
Well, there's that, and maybe padding, knees and elbows, things like that. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thanks, Michael. Well, it's great. It's great, and I'm really good to be back in the fold 100%. I mean, Dr. Gould was great.
Yes.
But I think he was a bit avant-garde. Yes. And he really, look, I think it's better to come back to the fold and come back to, the heart of the matter, Yeah,
I never really rated his hairstyle. I thought it was way too much. But look, it's all by the by now. We're moving on.
A lot of hairspray. He used a lot of hairspray.
Goodness, yeah. Oh, anyway, look, let's just put that in our rear view mirror, shall we?
Okay.
All right. Well, cheerio then. All the best, and speak to you again next week.
Okay. Thanks, Michael. Oh dear.